building. You are now tuned into the Recap with the GoodFellaz podcast. By executive order of the governor, we're bringing you the hottest podcast, period. Tonight is not an exception. It's your boy Tommy Guns, alongside my man Sean Montana. What up?
Cojones. It's Sean Montana coming to you live from the GoodFellaz TV, baby.
Karev Yah, Heritage Hip Hop, doing what he does.
Wine Division.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Karev from Heritage Hip Hop, winner of the New Jersey Hip Hop Media Challenge. And I'm going to remind you until it's the next time. Peace.
Dav Noble holding it down as always.
What's good? What's good, everybody? Hey, man, the weather's getting nice out there. That means go out there and shoot some pictures. It's time to get some photo shoots, you know what I mean?
And of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Big A in the building. What up?
What's happening, y'all? You already know me and Red Fox, the legend. We out here letting niggas know, don't be a big dummy with twisted teeth.
Hey, what else can you say after that? We are the GoodFellaz, the Recap with the GoodFellaz podcast. Shout out to everybody who tunes in on a weekly basis, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, however it is that you're tuned into the show, we appreciate y'all. So speaking of the weather getting nicer, things starting to open up recently, if you're in the tri-state area, I mean, some of these other places been on that path, but the tri-state area is actually finally supposed to open up from all the COVID restrictions as soon as May 19th, I believe. Shout out to Jersey, New York, Connecticut, the tri-state area. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? GoodFellaz, you know, we like to party, man. We like to get it in. How do we feel about this? Bars, movie theaters, restaurants open up 100%. Are we comfortable? Are we ready to go back like it was before? Are we thinking twice? How are we feeling about some of this stuff? That's what we're going to talk about. So Dav Noble, the state's opening up. Things like bars, movie theaters, restaurants are supposedly opening up with no or minimum restrictions as far as who can be in there, capacity, whatnot. How are you feeling? Are you ready to go to a movie theater? Are you ready to go to a bar? What are you ready to do and what are you not ready to do?
I'm not going to a movie theater.
Huh?
I'm not going to a movie theater. Nah.
And that's big because you're a movie dude.
I know, and I'm not at that point. Even if I were to get vaccinated, like I'm not at the point at sitting in a huge room at this point and with a bunch of people in there just I'm good on that. I may catch like the matinee if I start going back again because I would do that anyway. But nah, there's certain things I'm just not gonna do for because like. Listen, there's vaccines out. People can take them. People are doing what they're gonna do. I feel like people who have been taking precautions will continue to take certain precautions. Will probably ease up on certain things. Probably pick one or two things that they'll kind of risk it if they're not vaccinated for. And I think dumb people are gonna overdo it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's going to be some people out there that are going to overdo it and unfortunately probably suffer the consequences of it. So to me, I think at some point you have to, you got to open up. You have the vaccines available. The governor's out here trying to even entice people with shots of alcohol to because they want to open these states up so that, this money can start flowing, because you can't keep giving these stimulus packages, man. This inflation gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
But so I mean, I feel like it's necessary. It's going into the summertime. If you do it now, and you have to shut back down real quick, like you can do that and still, have time to open up if you need to open up in the summertime. So plus, if everybody's outside and you're hoping the weather is nice, like. I don't know. I just hope people don't screw it up because that's the reason why it took a year for us to get to this point because people screwed it up. So
you said movie theater. So how about a bar? Are you going back to a bar anytime soon?
I would go maybe to a lounge. If it was, one of those places that, the lounges that you could have your own table, like in a corner somewhere, like where it's not super crowded. I'm still not going anywhere that's super duper crowded.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that for a while, because even still, I never like sweeping movements like that. Like, okay, the 19th, we're just gonna get rid of all restrictions and let everybody just do what they want again. Okay, that's what's up. But I'm an observer, so
yeah,
I'm observing, and see how everything goes, and I'm hoping for the best, because it will be nice to get back to some sense of normalcy. But I don't know. I at the same time, I kind of like being able to go out and go in a store and it not be super packed and not be super crowded. Like, I'm not looking forward to New York levels of crowded again, really. Nah, not at all.
Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? So, till this point, have you been inside dining as far as a restaurant?
The McDowell's joint pop up. That was one of the first times that I ate in a spot. And I think the other time that had other people, I went to when I was at work, I went to a Chinese restaurant, and there were other people in there, but they were spaced out. You know what I mean? So it was okay. I mean, it's just still that eerie.
Yeah.
Like there's 500,000 people died, and there's still people dying. Like it's still that eerie, like movie, fog that's around everything that we're talking about, mass exposure, just mass people being together again, especially with all these variants and all the different stuff. Like, I'm not saying that I'm totally against it, but I'm not. It's just something about it. It's something about it that just don't sit with me. So I'm like I said, I'm gonna take my precautions. Maybe a lounge. Maybe, go somewhere. I'll sit in the corner, get some food. Maybe if the movie theater was, like I said, a matinee or one of those shows, like it's me and like two other people in the theater. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, man, I like going to a bar where you're like, shoulder to shoulder. Like, Nah, I'm good.
Because we know how the bar get. Let's keep it 100.
I just, what it is? I realize that as much as I like people, like, I really do not like people at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, during this whole time, it's like I realized that, I vibe with a small amount of people, but I can be everywhere. But I just don't want to be around crowds and crowds and crowds of people like that, unless I'm going to, maybe a concert or a show, which I may do, like a Broadway show. I may think about doing that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like something like that, but yeah, I don't know. Just large crowds of people, and it may just be a wrap for me in general.
At least for a while longer.
Exactly.
Yeah. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? All right, so Sean Montana. What's going on? How do you feel about the opening up? Are you with it? Is there any place you won't go, or are you ready to get back to normal?
I'm about to be an AC heavy.
Shit, nigga, I was in a crowded bar yesterday, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah?
Yeah.
So it ain't never stop you.
I'm not stupid, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and try to get it, you know what I'm saying? But you take your precautions, you know what I'm saying? You put the mask on, you disinfect, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't go reckless with it. I'm gonna still live my life. I'm a rock star, so I have to pretty much do certain things, you know what I'm saying? So but how I feel about it, I mean we have to open up at some point. We have to live the human experience. People have been, I personally think a lot of people have been, got cabin fever and, been wanting to go out there and do something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We lost out on a lot in football season. You know what I'm saying?
Is there any place in particular that until recently you wanted to do or wanted to go, but because of restrictions you couldn't, and now that we're opening up, you're able to do it? Is there anything in particular?
I can't think of anything. I pretty much have not stopped. Of course, with, again, exercising precautions, but I've been pretty much doing the same thing I always do. Going to Atlantic City, going to my concerts, you know what I'm saying? You know, just chilling, just living life, you know what I mean?
Codeine dreaming.
I don't know, but I won't agree to that on camera.
I just don't understand how you go to a bar with a mask. Like, what precautions can you actually take at a bar?
Yeah.
Like a bar, like a nightclub, not a bar, nightclub.
Because is your mask realistically on the whole time you're in the club?
I can explain to you first. I can explain to you firsthand from working at an establishment like that. Basically, everybody's spread apart. I mean, you have limitations where I know one establishment that I actually work at, you are only allowed 2 at a table. If you go to the bar, you have to have a mask on. When you order your beer, your drink, whatever you're gonna get, you get your drink with the mask on. You wait, get everything with the mask on. When you go to your table, that's when you can take your mask off. Obviously, you can't drink your beer or nothing with the mask on. You do all that, but when you get up from your table, it's very strict. You have to put your mask back on, moving around about inside the establishment, and making sure that's getting enforced with a lot of people. And with inebriation, sometimes it's the easiest thing to do, but people are mindful of the fact that we are still in a pandemic. Just having everything raised and opened up right now, I think it's good and it's bad, because you have people that's been practicing good behavior, and you have those that don't give a fuck, that will never give a fuck, and then it doesn't matter what's going on, they're gonna live their life regardless, and there's no restrictions in their life. They don't live with restrictions, they live with how they want to live. And those are the people you have to be careful with, because those are the people that still will get others sick, regardless of you getting these vaccines or not. These people just don't care. I mean, shout out to Atlanta, because Atlanta was one of those places that just did not give a fuck. I have friends that live in Atlanta that said people who come out of town and wear masks, they mock you. You come from another place and you go to Atlanta with a mask on, people looking at you like crazy. They're like, what pandemic? When they have like a high rate and their numbers are still dramatically going up if you check their numbers. Just like Texas, just like Arizona. So with everything opening up, it's just responsibilities as an adult, as an individual, and as an adult. You have to be aware of what you're doing, with this whole pandemic from the get-go. And now with things opening up, it's completely up to you on what you decide, where you want to go and what you're going to do. And now with everything opening back up, it's going to open up a lot of things. I feel like it's going to open Pandora's box. Now you're going to see who's really going to be practicing safe protocols versus taking a vaccine. The vaccine can only do but so much, and honestly, you have to just be careful. No matter where you're at, what you do, you got to be careful. Personally, I'm not going to go to Broadway. Personally, I love going to movies, and I'm the movie person that will go to movies every freaking Tuesday. AMC, all these other local theaters that have the discounts on those certain days. Right now,
Big Abe, not Broadway? I don't believe it, yo.
Yo, not even on Broadway, right? Not even New York Broadway.
Man.
But I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely gonna go get a drink. We'll go out certain establishments, but I'm be mindful of it. Like, you have to be an adult about everything. Like, be wise about being around other people. Just literally be wise about it, because if you're in an environment where you can't avoid being so close or whatever, I was just say be careful. I've been generally blessed to be around these brothers here. We was able to go to cookout. I mean, we all gathered it, but we was all smart and being, we did it smart. We were able to hang out and be very smart and be safe about it. And so I think some people are going to really go out, and I really believe this is going to be the wave where they're going to tell people, okay, we're going to slow back down again until we can kind of get it back in control, even though with the vaccine now. I mean, just be realistic about it. Like, people the summer times get warm. My birthday's next month, June 3rd. Just put it out there, shameless plug. And it's just gonna be, it's warming up. Sundress is gonna be out. this is everything that everybody looks forward to this time of the year, being out. So they're being smart about, in the business sense, they're being smart about opening everything up. Right now, I think it should be dramatically. I mean, slowly they have been doing it, but I think people are going to lose their mind. Honestly, I feel like you need, I personally, I'm not going to go back to the regular habits that I did prior to the pandemic. I'm going to wait probably toward the end of the year to really kind of feel at ease to going out and doing different things. Like I'm going to go to the beach. I'm going to go to the boardwalk. I have a problem doing that. That's open area, but I'm not going to be so quick to want to go to a club. I'm not going to be so quick to want to go to a concert where we're all, bunched up and gathered there. You know what I mean? Right now, I just don't feel comfortable enough to do those type of things right now. You know what I mean? Even if I don't care if it's Kanye or Jay-Z, I'm not going. Yeah. I don't care if they got Tupac Spirit there. I'm not going. I'm not going right now. I'm not going right now. I'm just going to play it safe. That's just me.
Facts. It's your boy Tommy Guns. Real quick, it's just something I was thinking about. First of all, it was 2 weeks ago, I actually went into a restaurant, an enclosed restaurant, for the first time. And even then, I was like, this motherfucker better be 6 feet apart. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in my mind, like, I don't trust a lot of people by nature. There's a lot of people out here who are smart and responsible and handle their biz. We know that. But there's some people who just don't care, reckless. Even in the heart of the pandemic, they was probably out just doing crazy shit. And it's those people you got to worry about. So, until 2 weeks ago, I hadn't been in a restaurant since the pandemic started. Now, certain stuff, like I said, man, we have our GoodFellaz cookout last summer. If it's outside, I'm with it. I'm not like OD paranoid where, I must go outside with them like 3 masks. Like, nah, if I'm outside and there's nobody around, like, we good. It's only when strangers, come by, people I don't know, where I might throw on a mask when I'm outside. But, stay away from people, you should be good. But the bar, nah. I'm sorry. I can get drunk in the crib by my damn self. I don't know. First of all, I've been to a million parties and bars and shit in my life. So, like, I'm good, man. If I could have a drink without a side of Corona, like, I'm good. Because let's be real. You're in a bar. You know how it goes. People not going to have their masks on. They all up, on each other. Once you're drunk, you don't care. So it's a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not ready for that bar, actually. And realistically, I might not be for a while. And you know what? I'm cool with that. Concerts, you know your boy Tommy Guns loves concerts. But hell nah, I'm not. If there ain't no bubble around me, I don't even know if they got that. But watch for them bubble concerts coming pretty soon. But like, I'm good. We seen Jay-Z and Kanye already. I'm good. They be all right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to be around a whole bunch of people. I could do the restaurant thing. But like I said, I'm looking at the waiter twice, like, bro, you better have that mask on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Karev, how you feel? What you good with? And what are some spots that you're not going to go to, even with the end of the restrictions?
I'm not going to any bars because I don't like people. I don't want nobody drunk, slithering, slobbering, acting stupid, wanting to fight, because people want to fight when they drink outside. Why would I want to go see it in closed doors where I can't leave? Fuck, I'm not doing that. I want to go to a concert though. Like I'm interested to see if are people going to rap with their masks on. I just want to see, is it going to be a new spectacle? Shout out to Benny the Butcher because he's coming to Montclair, New Jersey in October. I do want to go there to see that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in the stands for that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I will be going back.
Comfortable being around a whole bunch of people in a concert?
I don't know. Depends on the crowd. The crowd would dictate how I will.
I mean, it's
a Benny the Butcher crowd.
Like I said, depending on the crowd and depending where I'm at.
Probably won't be a lot of masks in that crowd.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Ski masks, maybe.
Ski masks.
But like I said, I want to see how they will set up the inside first. Because that's interesting to me. Like I work at the Meadowlands, so I will be going back to work soon. They already been sending out surveys of who wants to come back to work and work the football games for next season. So I mean, I'm interested to resume life in some parts. I'm not going to the movies. I don't want to go anywhere where it's enclosed. Yeah. Especially with me personally, I got Corona twice, and I got it from the same place. I got it from work. You know what I'm saying? So like, I've already been out to like showcases and seen people perform. I had a great time, you know what I mean? And we took care of what we had to take care of. Everybody masked up. Everybody did the sanitize and everything. But as far as going out indoors, nah, I'm not really interested. But for them to open up the outdoor stuff, shout out to Atlantic City. That's a good look. Ocean City, Maryland, Disney World, Disneyland. If y'all going out there with the kids, that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. But just to be in a room with people who might not wash their ass, I can't do it.
And you know this, man.
And this is they wasn't doing this before the pandemic.
Yeah, in normal times,
So now it's worse. And look, I remember so many times working at the Meadowlands, people are sneezing their hands to give each other high fives. I'm good.
Wow.
I'm not interested. People go to the bathroom, take a shit, don't even walk out. They walk out without washing their hands.
What?
Nah.
I'll say this though, I'm definitely ready for a football game.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting because, as you know, we're not going to be at 100% capacity until maybe, this is presidential. This came out. They said maybe July 4th for Independence Day. They're shooting for the whole country to be maskless for July for Independence Day. So that may be interesting. If not that, August they're shooting for. After that, they can't get July.
Wait, maskless as in like
society,
totally
society,
no,
society.
Nothing.
They're saying Fauci, Biden, and I forgot who else it was. It was another doctor. They said through herd immunity, which believe in that if you want to. They're shooting for 70% of people to be what do they call it, inoculated.
Yeah, that's how it works.
And then they're saying through herd immunity, they're trying to get the country maskless by Independence Day of this year. So
that's why they're pushing all these vaccines. They want people to, if you can get 70% of the country vaccinated, then they can basically open up the country again. They have 30%, I think now.
Yo, as a famous man once said, "She." I'm telling you this. I don't care. It might be a year from now. If I'm going into the supermarket, I'm masked up. I don't trust none of these kids. Like, these old ladies, nah. I mean, from now on, certain things, if I'm going to certain spots, I got the mask on, man.
I ain't mad at you because, like I said, working with the public, so many years, me, myself, listen, I've seen, heard, experienced, and smelled many things I did not want any part of. You know what I'm saying? And I'm keeping it very real with you. Wow, my ass. Listen, it should get real. Listen, I do not want to be around people who take their health as a sidebar. You know what I'm saying? I want to be around people like nurses. They really go out. Like I have a friend who works in like the cooking arena, you know what I'm saying? When she goes to restaurants and I went out with her, she'll be like, yo, get a cold glass of water, put your silverware in there. You sterilize the germs. Just because they put on your table, don't use it, So I like to be around people who teach me things and show me healthy things. I'm not interested in being around somebody slitheringly drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like twerking parties are not going on right now. You know what I'm saying? People taking their shirts off, yelling like a football game. Depending on the restrictions, I want to see what they're going to do with that because we're still going to have to mask and work even though it's outdoors. So, I mean, I want to see what they're going to do because at the end of the day, I do not want that shit again. And what I went through the second time was nothing like the first time, and I don't want it again. Period. I'm not bringing that to my family. Period.
Yeah. Absolutely, yo. You know what I mean? But whatever you do, shout out to everybody tuned in right now. We just giving our opinions on what we're gonna do and our feelings about the end of restrictions. You never know. There's a few weeks later, they might throw some new shit back up. Make sure you're safe. Do what you gotta do for yourself, your family. Don't let nobody tell you it's all good unless it's all good. This is the Recap with the GoodFellaz podcast. Until next week.